Welcome again to Joe Stunner Boxing. Oleksandr Usyk gave several interviews. One of them was with Sky, one of them was with ESPN. And he was asked, he's actually in London. I don't know if he's gone home yet, but he was in London. It looked like he was sitting on the London Eye overlooking Big Ben and the Houses of Parliament. But yeah, he was asked pretty much, like, what's left for you now? What are you going to do next? And he said that when he was first asked, he said, I'll probably stick around for another 2 years, 18 months, which, as he said, translates into 2 fights, basically, when you consider the training camps, preparation, all the rest of it, the logistics of getting a fight like that on. Probably be Riyadh season, I'd imagine. And he was saying, 2 more fights. And when they asked him, the obvious question is who? He mentioned the winner of Dubois versus Parker. Interestingly, he said that him and his team decided they did what he called an analytics. I suppose he means a poll of some sort, or maybe they did analyse everything. I think that he was talking about the last 3 fights of both Parker and Dubois, and he said that 52% of his team came out in favour of Dubois. So Dubois is a very slight favourite, but he himself he didn't make a commitment. He said 50-50, in my opinion, 50-50. So Dubois would be one fight. And the other fight I believe there was some talk of some sort of gimme fight against a fighter I'm not familiar with. But really, this is all conjecture, isn't it? It's because you never know. I mean, how many fighters say they're going to retire and then don't, they come back? However, having said that, I think Usyk is probably likely to be a man of his word because he does have a similar sort of demeanour and confidence and transparency that Gennady Golovkin had. Golovkin, he didn't retire, he just sort of walked away. He had that 3rd fight with Canelo, which I think was I think he definitely lost that fight, although he did come on relatively strong in the last third of it. But he wasn't the Golovkin of old, and probably he decided, that's that, I made my money, I've done what I set out to do. The only man who's beaten me is Canelo, and of course the first 2 fights were considered very debatable decisions. He thought, I'll walk away, and he didn't feel the need to tell anyone, he just thought, I'll do it. Usyk is being asked questions, so he's answering, but he's going to do what he's going to do. I don't think he'll be. Swayed one way or the other by public opinion, nor should he be. Another thing he sort of ruled out was going down to cruiserweight because he said he discussed it with his team, and he said, I've had 6 years of growing my body into heavyweight stature, and now to take it off would be too much. And 10 kilos. Being European, he goes by kilos, not pounds and ounces. He said it'd be way too much. He is wise to think that way because there's no way I could imagine him ever getting down to cruiserweight again. The moment it was suggested, I thought that's not going to happen. That would be ridiculous. You'd be wrecking your body. You'd be weak as a kitten, and you'd be knocked out by people who you'd stand on their heads normally. So that's out the window, thank goodness. Probably some of Opetaya's fans will say he's ducking Opetaya or some ludicrous crap. But if Opetaya wants to go up to heavyweight, maybe he could be Usyk's final fight if he beats the winner of Dubois and Parker. We will see. But Usyk, he also talked about how much of an influence his family's been on him, especially his wife. He said that he was having repeated injuries with a knee. He had a knee injury, it wasn't mending, and he thought, this was years ago, at one point he thought, can I do this anymore? Maybe I should pack in boxing. And his wife said, what, are you crazy? Get out there. In other words, she's always been one of those women, you've heard the expression, behind every great man there's a great woman. And Usyk always speaks very highly of his wife. He loves his family, calls his wife his angel. And he says she's a massive influence on him, positive influence. She's been right behind him, supporting him, encouraging him. And that's what you need. You need people around you like that, not just professionally, but at home. And she apparently falls into that category. So it's going to be so sad when he goes, because he is such a magnificent fighter, and it's been a privilege watching his career. So if he's got 2 more fights left, let's enjoy them. Let's appreciate them. Let's appreciate him while he's here. I love the guy. I absolutely love him. I love the way he behaves inside the ring and outside of it. Does he beat the winner of Dubois versus Parker? Well, it's not a given, is it? The winner of that is a perfectly valid opponent for Oleksandr Usyk. And even if his final fight is against this, I think it's another Ukrainian heavyweight, someone I'm not familiar with, who wants to fight. I don't mind him having a gimme fight for his final take a bow moment, because this guy has ducked absolutely no one at all, has won all his titles on the road against very good opposition. We're spreading this over cruiserweight and heavyweight, of course. He is an absolutely perfect example to any youngster, male or female, who wants to become a boxer. Like I say, a privilege to have watched his career, and good luck to the man. He can do what he wants to do. He's not tying up the belts. He's not saying, well, I'll let you know. No. He's okay. You want me to fight the winner of Dubois versus Parker? No problem. He did mention that when they asked him about when Dubois jumped in the ring and was in his face just after he'd beaten Fury the second time, and he looked a little bit irate in the ring, a little bit, for him, by his standards, he looked a little bit put out. And they asked him about that, and he said, all the talk is bullshit. That was his exact word, bullshit. And he said, at the time I wanted to push Dubois out of the way. What are you doing? Get out. There's a time and a place for everything, sort of thing. But instead he went over to the excellent Turkey, or he looked over, or Frank Warren, was it? And he said, make the fight. And if he does win that fight, if he does fight the winner of Dubois versus Parker and wins that, technically that will make him a 2-time undisputed champ, because, of course, he gave up the IBF belt and he would win that back to become undisputed again. Yeah, what a great fighter. What an absolutely great fighter. Anyway, let me know what you think. Who do you think his final fight should be against? Let me know that. What do you think of Oleksandr Usyk? I can guess what most of you think, but yeah, any comments, leave them below. Thanks for watching, as always. Please subscribe to the channel if you're new, and hit the like button. Always appreciate your time, and I'm looking forward to reading your comments. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Bye for now.